Celtics fans, welcome into Celtics Today. I am Will Scott, and on today's show, we're going to be taking a look at where Jayson Tatum stands in the NBA MVP race coming out of the All-Star break. Of course, fresh off winning All-Star Game MVP, but we want to take a look at how he can win the NBA MVP, kind of compare his numbers to some other frontrunners as well. And if you think Jayson Tatum is the MVP, then go down, subscribe the channel, because I can tell you no YouTube channel is going to vouch more for this guy than this guy in the next couple weeks. I think Jayson Tatum should win the MVP. Of course, he had that incredible performance in the All-Star game on Sunday night, winning the All-Star Game MVP over there in Salt Lake City. What a performance. I mean, this was the best All-Star Game performance in the history of the All-Star Game. 55 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 22 of 31 from the field. Again, winning the Kobe Bryant Award, All-Star Game MVP. Really cool that he won the award named after his idol. All-Star Game Award was actually renamed this past year, and Jayson Tatum wins it the first year. It's called the Kobe Bryant Award, so that is really, really cool. Now, show some love to Jayson Tatum by typing 0 down in the comments section for number 0. Show some love to the real MVP, Jayson Tatum, by typing 0. So, over the All-Star break, which is still ongoing, ESPN released a straw poll. So they polled a bunch of different media members from around the country to kind of gauge what they're thinking right now in terms of the NBA MVP race. Here's what they said about the straw poll they put together. To gauge where the MVP race stands heading into the All-Star break, ESPN asked 100 media members to participate in an informal poll that mimics the NBA's postseason award voting process. To make the balloting as realistic as possible, there were at least 2 voters from each of the league's 28 markets, along with a cross-section of national and international reporters. As with the NBA's official voting at the end of the season, voters were asked to submit a 5-player ballot as results were tabulated using the league's scoring system. 10 points for a first-place vote, 7 points for a second-place vote, 5 points for third place, 3 points for fourth place, 1 point for fifth place. So let's take a look at these votes in terms of total points. Nikola Jokic is the clear front runner right now from the Denver Nuggets, their star center, the 2-time reigning MVP, trying to be, I believe, the 3rd player in NBA history to win 3 straight MVPs, 913 total points. Giannis is in second with 552. Joel Embiid being ahead of Tatum was very surprising to me. He's at 490. Tatum, 410 points. Doncic at 218. Now, this is a little bit just easier to kind of look at here. The first place votes, Jokic, 77 first place votes, far more than Giannis, who came in at second with 11. Joel Embiid with 6. Tatum with 5. And then Luka with just 1. And the disrespect is loud. It's very loud. It's deafening when you're talking about Jayson Tatum and the disrespect he's getting in this MVP race. He is having an unbelievable season. We'll break down his numbers. We'll compare his numbers to the other candidates here in a second. But the fact that Jayson Tatum has the Celtics right now first in the East, they have the best record in the NBA. He's having the best season of his career on the best team in the league, and he's 4th in the MVP race right now. This is not just according to ESPN. This is according to over 100 media members from all over the country. And they're saying that Tatum is 4th. He just got 5 first-place votes. Now, should Jayson Tatum win MVP? Type Y for yes or H for hell yes down in the comments section. No, you cannot be typing in for no, because Jayson Tatum is absolutely the MVP, and I hope that he starts to get respected when you're talking about this conversation by the end of the season. You can go bet on Jayson Tatum to win MVP at BetUS by going to chatsports.com/bet, putting in that promo code. And if you put in that promo code, you are going to get a 125% deposit bonus. That means if you put $100 into your account, you're going to start $225. It's a great deal. Taking a look at the MVP odds, much like the straw poll we just saw, Jokic is the front runner, minus 250. Joel Embiid at plus 450. Giannis at plus 700. That's not Joel Embiid, but that's okay. Giannis at plus 700. Tatum at plus 600. It doesn't look like Embiid. Giannis at plus 700. Tatum at plus 1,600. and Luka at plus 1,600. So Tatum, if you still think he's going to win MVP, you can win a lot of money putting a plus $1,600 bet on him to win the award. Taking a look at the numbers this year, 30.6 points per game, 4.5 assists per game, 46.4% from the floor, shooting over 35% from three. The numbers have been phenomenal. Taking a look at his stats compared to others. You know, in today's NBA, and I understand the assists and points per game for Jokic, I don't think you can give the MVP to someone who's averaging less than 25 points per game. I really just don't think you can. Giannis, great numbers, but they're not in first. The Bucks are not in first in the Eastern Conference. Joel Embiid, great numbers, but the Sixers, they're not in first in the Eastern Conference. Who's first in the Eastern Conference? Jayson Tatum and the Boston Celtics. And I think winning has to factor a lot into this. And if you're going to tell me, oh, you know, we're going to put Jokic first because the Nuggets are first. Well, Jayson Tatum's scoring numbers have been far better than Nikola Jokic. Just a fact. Now, the NBA. I'm very passionate about this, if you couldn't tell. The NBA.com MVP ladder was the exact same top five as ESPN. Jokic 1, Giannis 2, Joel Embiid 3, Tatum 4, and Luka 5. So their MVP ladder, which factors in what the media is thinking as well, same top five as ESPN. So some people might be thinking this is over. I think this is far from over when you're talking about the MVP race. We got a decent amount of the season left. And after the All-Star break, if the Celtics can keep winning, if Tatum can keep putting together 30, 40, 50 pieces, and maybe Denver maybe starts to struggle, it's about to get a lot tougher out there in the Western Conference. And maybe the Nuggets fall out of that top seed. Then maybe we'll see the Celtics and Jayson Tatum of the Celtics, I should say, win the award. I want to tell you about this new feature that YouTube has. They have added Super Thanks that allows you to donate outside live videos. I think a lot of you that watch our chat sports content are familiar with super chatting. Now you can do that outside of live shows by clicking the thanks icon, the little heart icon below this video. We really appreciate anyone who does that. It shows their support of the channel. And if you super thanks, you are going to get a shout out on a future show. You can also ask me a question on the super thanks. Now we do a mailbag here and there, but if you want to get a question to me right now, super thanking your question is certainly a great way to do that. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. We're going to continue to have you covered on Celtics news and rumors. The Celtics back in action tomorrow night.